Welcome back into the Great Scott Show, 103.3 The GOAT, simulcast on 1420. Been a jam-packed show this morning, as promised. Joining us now, TCU Horned Frog's wide receiver, former LSU Tiger, former STM Cougar, Jack Bech. Good morning, Jack. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling well. I'm feeling good. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great. We appreciate you coming on. This is not a sports question, but I have to ask you since it's your first time on the show. Do you know who the Beastie Boys are? Have you heard of them?
The BC Boys?
The Beastie Boys, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard of them.
All right, cool. I mean, depending on the age of the guest, it's usually I got a favorite song, a favorite album, or I haven't heard of them. And you are on the younger side, but it's required for me to ask that for every first-time guest. But that last song that was playing, that was a Beastie Boys song, which I know is a walkout song in football for some, man. And, you know, football for you, I guess it's been a part of your life pretty much your whole life with the last name Bech, right? I know your uncles played at LSU. Your Uncle Brett played for the Saints as well, and I remember watching him a good bit. What's your earliest football memory, Jack?
Probably scoring a touchdown at Slauson out at Moore Park. Like just playing out there at Moore Park. Those are probably my earliest memories. I
mean, you were putting on the pads at like 7, 8, 9 years old?
Yeah, early.
When did you realize, like, I'm pretty good at this thing?
In high school, some point in high school.
You guys had some special teams at STM, man. What's your favorite memory from playing for the Cougars?
Probably our 2 state championships.
There's some big moments in those games, man. I mean, when you look back at your time at STM, man, what was it that made those teams special?
I think how close everybody was on the team. Both teams, my junior and senior year, everybody was extremely close, and would go to war for each other. Didn't matter what was going on, what the scoreboard said. They're always going to play their heart out for the guy that righted them and the guy that left of them. So I think that's what kind of separated those 2 teams.
Jack Bech, our guest. Did you feel that when you got to LSU too, or was the vibe a little different?
Oh, definitely. Whenever you go through everything we go through, all the summer workouts, fall camps, spring practices, it kind of is just a thing. You just do too much, not give it your all.
Jack Bech, our guest. Your freshman year at LSU, I mean, a solid season, involved in the offense. What was your, I guess, biggest takeaway? Was there anything that surprised you your freshman year? Was it kind of what you expected when you look back on it?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of what I expected for the most part. Obviously, I guess the game speed at first was the one thing you got to kind of conform to, but after a couple of games, you get used to it. So
when they made the coaching change, how was that? You kind of knew there would be a change, even with a few games left in the season. It was a little unique, but did you think when LSU switching coaches, what's the vibe like? Are you thinking, man, how is it going to change what I'm doing? Is it more just let's wait and see? As a player on a team when there's a coaching change, it's the first time you'd been through it. What's it like for the players to deal with?
I definitely feel like for me it was let's wait and see. Let's not do anything before we give a chance to the new staff coming in. But no, definitely Coach O was awesome. Definitely very appreciative of him and his staff for giving the opportunity, to play at LSU. So,
when Coach Kelly came in, how did your role on the team change, just from a schematic standpoint?
So I obviously changed from tight end to wide receiver, even though I really did play wide receiver my freshman year. It was just the letters that, my position. I don't know. I just moved to wide receiver, and whenever that happened, I don't know. Just I guess they just I guess saw my what I brought to the table, and I guess tried to utilize it in different ways, and couldn't really find a groove for me. So.
Yeah, different coaching staff, different experience, different scheme. I imagine that, all of that kind of led into the decision. But how are you just from a health standpoint this season? I know there were a couple injuries here or there. It's a physical sport. Were you feeling like yourself on the field this past season?
I definitely was. Some people were talking about how I got a concussion during fall camp. That's why I kind of didn't play much the first couple of games, but I never got diagnosed with the concussion, nor did I ever have a head injury this season. And then people talk about like a leg injury I had, but I was like fully cleared to play like a week and a half in a fall camp, so that wasn't it either. So I kind of heard those rumors going around, but like I played the whole season, felt great, finished the season. So
you mentioned, quote, people talking in today's day and age. How difficult is it to kind of block out the outside noise? Because you're a notable guy. You're an athlete at LSU, now at TCU, who's getting ready to play in a college football playoff. I mean, I know that coaches tell you everywhere you go, block out the noise, but you're younger than me, man. It's a different world out there in terms of being a college athlete in the day and age of social media. So how difficult can it be? How much discipline does it take?
Well, I'm going to be like pretty honest. I've really I've gotten a lot of support from all the LSU fans. Like for the most part, it's really all been positive. Just like a lot of good luck wishes, saying they're gonna miss me. They love watching me play and grow. So like for the most part, it's really been like all good to be really honest.
Is it important to when it comes to that though? I mean, it's nice to hear the good stuff, but you almost have to guard against. I shouldn't. I'm maybe not specifically to best of luck, right? That's different. But as an athlete, when things are going well, not to get too up with the praise, just like you don't want to get too down if there's criticism, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, well, there's definitely, I said, like, for the most part, it's been good, but, like, there's obviously still, like, a couple people that are obviously, like, on the opposite side. They are kind of bickering and tweeting out or DMing or whatever it may be, but, like I said, for the most part, it's kind of just been like, good luck, hope you do well, like Tiger for life, all those type of things.
How many Bech, I'm from Louisiana references have you had to hear the last couple of years? I see those shirts all over the place, man.
Yeah, good bit.
Whenever you make a decision like the one you made, what goes into it? What ultimately, you're doing what's best for your situation. But why TCU? What led to that?
Yeah, I just felt like it matched me. Like it matched my vibe, my personality. I like the coaches a lot. I love their scheme and the way that they told me that I was being incorporated into the offense. I love the city it's in. It's not too far from home. I have some family out there. And I just feel like it would be a really good spot for me to meet some new people, meet some new connections, build some new relationships. So I'm really excited for it.
Whenever you enter your name in the portal, how does that? I know today is National Signing Day, and it's different when you're being recruited out of high school, and you and Walker committed to LSU. And what's it like when you enter the portal? What happens as soon as you do it? Do you start getting kind of hit up right away? How different is the recruiting process in the portal as opposed to whenever you're prepping at STM?
It's like the same thing. It's basically high school recruitment all over again.
Do you like the process, or is it a little stressful?
Not really. I just kind of like for it to be over with.
I got you. What's the hardest part about leaving LSU?
Probably just being close to home.
You and Walker Howard have played together quite a bit, been together for a while. Is it going to be weird just not being around him for a bit?
Definitely will be. And all my boys that, I've made at LSU, definitely going to be weird, but I feel like sometimes in life change is definitely needed and is definitely necessary. And then sometimes you got to do it, and I felt like this was one of those times. So,
in the day and age of NIL, how has that worked out for you? Folks here in Lafayette see you on some commercials. What is that process like? How do you I guess, get an NIL deal? Do you seek it out? Does someone come to you? Take us through that process.
It could be either or, but no, it's been awesome. Just all the support from the fans and a couple of different businesses in the Baton Rouge area and Lafayette. It's really been awesome. Like I said, just like the support they've shown, not only me, but a lot of the guys on the team. No, it's a pretty cool process. You just, usually you get hit up, though, and you kind of talk it out and kind of see what they want to do, what they want to offer, how you want to go about it, and if you like it and it makes sense, then you go ahead and do it.
Obviously, folks know you, Jack Bech. You're in the public eye for being a football player, but all you guys are a lot more than that. What's something about Jack Bech that, a football fan wouldn't know? But you mentioned, one of the reasons you decided TCU is just it was a good fit, personality-wise. How would you describe yourself outside of football?
Yeah, I would say pretty down to earth. I definitely love being with my family, my friends. Also, sometimes, like go and do fun stuff. You have to go and play top golf or something like that. And I feel like Fort Worth definitely has a good bit of things to do and to offer. Whether that be going bowl, like I said, going to top golf or a cool movie theater or something like that. But I also like to be outdoors, hunt, fish, and different things like that. So,
are you the quiet guy in the group when they're hunting or fishing? Are you the clown? Like what's your role in your group of friends?
It depends really. Depends on the mood. Sometimes, I can get talkative and clown around a little bit. Sometimes I just kind of sit back and chill. So I guess it really just depends.
There you go. Lastly, man, what are the TCU Horned Frogs getting in Jack Bech?
Well, I just can't wait to, first of all, just give this program my all and everything I have in me, like I gave to LSU. But, I think, not really anybody who would have got me, not even, really this year at LSU, know what type of player I am. Whenever I can get on the field and get the ball in my hands, I feel like I could just be explosive and really help propel my team, and I'm really excited to be able to do this at TCU and, for this next chapter of my life. And I couldn't be more excited about it.
Awesome, man. Final question for you, Jack, and we appreciate the time, and Merry Christmas. What if you could only name one person, who's the single person in your life that's had the biggest impact on you?
Probably my grandpa.
Why your grandpa? What did he do for you? What has he done for you?
Yeah, no, it was just from a young age. He was kind of not the first person, but big reason I play and love football as much as I do. He was the one kind of buying me a new helmet whenever I was younger, taking us to LSU football games, and just doing different things like that. Just hanging out with us on the weekends, going to his house every Sunday. He would cook for us. So just building and entrusting him in different ways like that. And then he died a couple of years back, so I kind of feel like all those things put together have kind of made him have the greatest impact on my life. Awesome,
man. Appreciate you sharing that. And Merry Christmas. All the best. Good luck in Fort Worth. I know you'll be back to Lafayette quite a bit. It is home for you. But good luck on the next stop, man, and we appreciate you taking the time this morning. All the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
You got it. That is Jack Bech.